Good morning, everyone. Oh boy. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Knit California channel. My name is Leslie. I'm a knitter and knitwear designer in Southern California, and this video is going to be like a combination podcast slash vlog. Today is Monday, March 10th. Okay, please come. Yes, thank you. Rocky is here. Yes, here he is. Typically I film my episodes on Sunday, but I spent all weekend, Saturday and Sunday, at a yarn crawl event at the Knitting Lounge in Simi Valley, California, which is about 2 hours away north near LA from my house. North from my house near LA. Gotta say those things in the correct order. Anyways, so I did not get a chance to film anything this weekend. So today's Monday. I want to film something for you. I have like a lot of updates, and the goal is to like film a podcast slash vlog throughout the day. Hopefully I can edit it tonight. And hopefully you're seeing this on Tuesday, the day I normally upload things. So that's the plan for this video. It's gonna be way more informal, you know, I'm not like all done up. I'm not wearing a sweater, got my Phlox t-shirt on. I've got my hair that was curled 2 days ago for the event. That's, you know, now a little bit flat. This side is more curled, this side is more flat. Anyway, doesn't matter, it's hair. But yeah, I want to show you some updates. I've made a lot of progress on my Midland cardigan since last week. If you watched last week's podcast, I have made some progress on my Palm Springs tank, and I've got a lot of acquisitions. I made some purchases over the weekend that I would like to show you. I've got some video clips, not a whole lot, but some video clips from the weekend to show you the shop. If you're interested, I'll sprinkle those in probably towards the end and talk a little bit about the event as well. I had so much fun. It was really fun. And I also have some spinning updates. I'm looking at my spinning wheel right now. So we'll talk about all of that too. Oh, and I made some updates in my journal, okay? So I'll show you those things as well. Some of the like yearly pages at the beginning, I filled them out finally because I brought my journal to the yarn shop as like an example journal. And so I was like, I need to fill out some of these pages. So I'll give you a little update there as well. So I think this will be a fun little podcast slash vlog. All right. Let's start with my Midland cardigan. I want to show you where I'm at. I think last week I was in the middle of the first sleeve, if I am remembering correctly. And now I am almost done with the second sleeve. So here's sleeve number 1, fully finished. Except for it's not seamed. I think I remember I told you I'm going to seam it at the end after I block everything. So here's the first sleeve, and I have finished all of the flat knitting for the second sleeve. I just need to do the ribbing. So in my mind, this sleeve is done. I've literally got, I think I'm doing like 13 rounds of ribbing. I just have to do them. Have I swapped the needles? No, I need to put my 4mm on, and I need to do this. It'll get done today, so maybe by the end of this video, I'll show you this finished sleeve. Can I try this on? I know I like kind of put this on for you last week, but it like, you couldn't really see it, so let me show you. The sleeves are like, woohoo, because obviously they're not held together at all. But let's look at this side. Oh, breakfast delivery. Yeah, so it looks really good. Obviously we still need to do the button band. So that'll really, you know, bring it together as well. Sometimes I feel like with my cardigans, the V, sometimes I feel like with my cardigans, the V comes like down too much. I guess with the button band, it'll be a little bit higher, right? Because I'll have another like inch or so on both sides. So it'll be like maybe 2 inches higher than where it's sitting now. Hopefully that feels better than where it is now. Because this feels really low. But like other than that, like the sizing is correct. Like I don't think I made the wrong size, you know? I mean, I don't know. If I had made a bigger size, this would have just been deeper. If I had made a smaller size, then I don't think it would have, you know, stretched as well. So I'm hoping and I'm guessing this is just one of those things where you just gotta trust the process, right? Adding the button band will make it better. I know that Laura Penrose is a good designer. Like, I trust her designs. I think for me, I know that my torso is a little short comparatively, and so maybe that's where some of the issues come in. Like I feel like the V's get a little bit long on me just because maybe my torso is a little bit shorter. So I guess that's just something to think about if I was to make this again. Maybe that's just a modification that I need to plan for ahead of time and figure out how I would want to fix that. It would be way more involved. It would include, you know, like I don't know. I have to think about it. That's tricky. But anyway, yeah, I do think it's like a trust the process thing. Adding the button bands will definitely help. So anyways, that's where I'm at. I don't think I mentioned it. This is the Midland Cardigan by designer Laura Penrose. The yarn that I'm using for this is Explorer Knits and Fibers, her Earthy DK base, which is a 100% non-superwash wool, DK weight in the colorway Barrel Aged Sour. So it's it is slightly variegated, kind of like a reddish purple, but from far away you really get just like, you know, an overall kind of single tone, I feel like. My sleeve skeins are different than my body skeins. Can you see it on camera? I can see it on camera. Kind of annoyed by it, but I don't think it's too noticeable. It'll be fine. And so that's the update on my Midland cardigan. I gotta finish this sleeve today so that I can go and actually start my button band. I made a comment in my last episode that for my button band, I made this little swatch on 4mm needles, and I have 6 rows per 1 inch and the pattern wants you to have 5 rows per 1 inch. And I said in the last episode, that means I need to go down to a 3.75 millimeter needle. And someone in my comments said, nope, you're thinking about it the wrong way. That means you need to go up a needle size. Typically, I'm pretty good with those measurements and knowing when to go up and down, but not this time. So thank you, you were correct. I need to go up to a 4.5 millimeter needle for the button band. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm just really excited to start this, get it done, and get this cardigan finished so that I can wear it and I can move my focus solely onto the next projects. So that is the update currently on the Midland cardigan. I have a meeting, I'm gonna take my meeting, and I'm gonna come back afterwards and talk to you about my next projects. Everything that I brought back from the weekend at the knitting lounge, all of my samples. I made these. This was really fun. This one's not super exciting because it's my cozy, but little like info sheets about each of my patterns with the sizing and schematics and the QR codes if you want to download from Ravelry and my website. So that was fun. All my samples. So that was fun to bring. My project bag and all my purchases. Oh, and my shirt that I wore. But all my little purchases. We'll talk about those. And I had a package waiting for me when I got home. So I'm gonna open that for you in a little bit. Okay, let's talk about my next project. My Palm Springs tank that I'm working on. So this is the 3rd one that I'm knitting. Again, this is my design. It's currently in testing and the pattern is set to come out at the end of April. The yarn that I'm using for this one is Dusty Yarn Co. This is her 100% superwash merino base. It's the classic fingering. 437 yards per 100 grams. Not to be confused with her classic soft sock, which is also a fingering weight base, but it's a 90% superwash merino, 10% nylon, and it's very soft, and it's her new like fingering weight base. This is like her older one. Anyways, I wanted a sample that was in like it's just, you know, a superwash merino, nylon. This is a yarn that like everyone has in their stash. Probably have 2 or 3 skeins ready to go. You can knit up a tank top in it. So needed a sample in this. It's this lovely blue color called Daylight, based off of Harry Styles' song called Daylight. Anyways, I made some pretty good progress with this over the weekend. I am joined in the round and I'm knitting away on the body. I've done, yeah, I think over here, I've got a couple inches done. Can you see? I've got a couple inches done on the body. That's it. That's the update. How many more rows do I have? Basically, I have like 72 and a half more rows to go. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know. Gotta finish the cardigan, and then I need to focus, and then basically I want to try and finish this like as quickly as possible because I have to knit another one. And like I'm not super motivated to like knit the same pattern over and over again. Even though it's my pattern and like I am obsessed with this pattern, I love this pattern, I just don't enjoy knitting the same pattern like back to back. Doesn't spark my brain. So I need to like find a way to like make it fun to keep going with this one because I did just knit this pattern in January. So I'm already feeling a little fatigue and I'm gonna have to knit it again. So I'm gonna be feeling even more fatigued. And I know some people are like, why don't you just like not knit it again? But I need to knit it again in a new yarn because number one, I told Audrey that I would knit up my design in this new yarn because she gifted me this new yarn and we need to have a sample in this new yarn because it's a new yarn that is coming out for summer. Anyways, so we need to do that. And I want to try out the new yarn. So there's nothing better than to try out the new yarn with a pattern that you love. Anyways, so after I get this done as quickly as possible, I think I'm going to try and knit the next one in like a week. I think I'm going to do like a challenge and be like, can I knit this tank top in a week? That's my plan. I was awake at like 4 a.m. this morning because Buddy was awake and then I couldn't go back to sleep, which is also why I'm tired. And I was thinking about all these things, one of them being, how do I make knitting another Palm Springs tank exciting? And I was like, can I knit a fingering weight, size extra large tank top in a week? Let's try to do it. Anyway, so we'll see if I can do that. I've got 70 more rows on this. I gotta just like I gotta get a book on my iPad and just zone into it and finish the body, and then I'll be happy with it because the edges like don't take too long. It's really just the body at this point that I need to get done. And yeah, it's just stockinette in the round. So it's easy, but sometimes that just makes it a little boring, you know? So anyways, that's where I'm at with my Palm Springs tank. I did get a decent amount of this done over the weekend. I think I got like at least 20 rows done, which is nice. That's a good chunk of it. So, yeah, not like a huge update from last week, but there you go. This was a huge hit at the yarn shop during the yarn crawl. I had both my green first sample in the Cashmere silk merino base, and I had my second purple in the Knitting for Olive cotton merino tank, and everyone loved them. Everyone wants to knit them. Everyone was like, can I buy the pattern now? And I was like, no, it's still in testing. You can't buy the pattern now. Please let me finish testing. But that just made me feel really good that like people are excited about it. And maybe working on potentially teaching a class on knitting this tank at the Knitting Lounge in Simi Valley when it comes out, maybe in June is the idea. So I don't want to like promise it, but that's the plan. We were talking about it a lot over the weekend. So I'm going to be emailing Corinne, the owner, with some dates, and we're going to see if we can make it work. I've never taught a knitting class. I've taught other classes like for work and stuff. That was one of the other things I was thinking about when I was awake at 4 a.m. this morning. But I think it would be really fun. So yeah, that's what people were asking for also is, can you teach a class? They do a lot of classes there. So Amanda, who is at Ace Creates, she also has a podcast. You should go follow her. She also lives in Southern California and she frequents the Knitting Lounge. She is super into crochet and Tunisian crochet, and she's teaching Tunisian crochet classes at the Knitting Lounge. And so I was talking to her there, picking her brain a little bit about, you know, how she teaches her classes, and talking to Lori, who works at the Knitting Lounge, about how the classes work. So they're doing Tunisian crochet classes. They're doing like beginner crochet, beginner knit. They have a sock club, which is like kind of part class, part club, where they, you know, decide what kind of socks or what like theme of socks they want to knit. They're doing all sorts of stuff there. It's like a really fun local yarn shop. If you are anywhere near them, you should really check them out and see what they've got going on. I had a lot of fun there, as you can probably tell. All right, that's my Palm Springs tank. What should we talk about next? That's really the updates on my project. On my projects. I have not made any. I didn't work on my sock. I brought it along. A ton of people were working on socks there, but I didn't make any updates on my socks. So I'm just gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it in my basket. Do you want a spinning update? Okay, let's do spinning update next. Okay, so my spinning has been going really, really well. I finished the second bobbin. Okay, so I'm spinning the Cesium yarn Shaniko braids from the Mamma Mia collection. I had the honey braid, which was more like pinky orange, and then the slipping through my fingers braid, which was more like purple vibes. So slipping through my fingers was the second one I spun up. I finished that, and now I'm working on plying them together. And oh, let me tell you first, the honey braid, I have been taking the bobbin, like it's been on and off my what's it called? It's called a Lazy Kate, right? I've got a Lazy Kate attached to my wheel, and it's just like 4 rods basically attached to my wheel, And then they've got little rubber stoppers on the end and little like pulleys and rubber bands so that it can spin. And so I've got the bobbin and I've been taking it off and on so I can like take photos and like show people and whatever. Every time I'm like putting the bobbin back onto the Lazy Kate, I'm noticing that like it's not going as far. Like if the middle part of the wheel is here, the like wooden structure, and then there's like a little nut that attaches to the metal rod of the Lazy Kate, and the bobbin is supposed to like sit right up against that nut, and then there's a little divot in the rod where the rubber stopper is supposed to fit in so that your bobbin sits snugly on the metal rod and isn't gonna like pop off. Every time I'm putting the bobbin on, there like is less and less room on the end for that rubber stopper to fit. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? Like, are my rods like shrinking? I'm like trying to put the bobbin onto each of the rods. I'm thinking something's wrong with the rods. And then I'm like, is my bobbin growing? Like, what is happening here? Then all of a sudden I'm holding the bobbin and literally the end of the bobbin pops off. Like the bobbin was literally falling apart, and I have a photo of it. And I'm sitting there and like, it's fine for a second. And then all of a sudden I'm like, holy crap. I need to get this end back on the bobbin before all of this fiber starts unraveling and like coming off of the bobbin. Like this could be an immediate disaster. Like this could ruin this entire bobbin. It was almost a nightmare. I'll show you. I'll put it up on the screen. But like all of this fiber just like immediately started to like come off of the bobbin, and I was like, no, and I had to like hold it down, and I just like did the best I could to like shove the end of the bobbin back on. I don't know how I did it, but I just like got the bobbin back on the wheel, and so now as I'm plying, I'm just like watching it because I'm just so afraid that it's gonna like pop off again and destroy everything. So that's really scary. I think I'm gonna, once I get all the fiber off of this bobbin, it's gotta be decommissioned, and I'm gonna email Shacked and be like, hey, here's what happened, here's a photo. I've heard they have really good customer service, so hopefully I'll be able to return it and maybe they'll be able to send me a new one, because I don't think that's supposed to happen. But anyway, besides all of that, I am in the middle of plying and it's going really well. If I'm being really honest, I'm kind of feeling like maybe the colors of these two braids weren't really meant to be plied together. I don't know. There are more times than not where I'm watching the colors get mixed together and I'm like, maybe I wouldn't have mixed those two colors specifically together. But like, that's just the nature of it. Like you can't control when you're spinning, you know, you can't control what colors are ending up next to each other. But hopefully in the final braid, in the final skein, it like looks cohesive enough. And then when I eventually knit it, hopefully it'll look cohesive enough. I don't know. It's all a big experiment. And maybe in the future, like I really like the Honey Honey colorway. I think that's my favorite of the two. So maybe in the future I will want to order 2 braids of the Honey Honey and just like spin that together because I really like that one. So that's how my spinning is going. And I got some fiber. I can't remember if I told you that I ordered this, but My friend Sam from Clockwork Fiber Co. posted on Instagram like a week or so ago these two braids like spun together, and I logged into Instagram and it was the first photo I saw, and she had literally posted it like it said 2 or 3 minutes ago, and I was like, I need that. And it was like she had posted this just for me because I had seen it so quickly. I was like, it was meant to be. And she was like, available on my website. And so I immediately logged into the website and I was like looking for it, and then I couldn't find it, and I messaged her and I was like, Sam, did someone already buy this? I was like, this can't be, it's only been up for 2 minutes on Instagram, or like what's going on, because I can't find it on the website. And she was like, oh shoot, no, I just, you know, had some website settings that were messed up. So she fixed it, I was able to buy it. And I bought 2 others that were not in the picture, but that I saw on the website. So I think there's 4 braids in here. And I want to show you because 2 of these are going to be my next spin. Look. Oh my gosh. They're so pretty. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. So these were the 2. Yeah, these were the 2 that were, she had like spun together. This is called Purpley Pink. See if I can like, I don't know. Isn't that really pretty? And then this one's gorgeous. This one is called X's and O's. And it's like lighter pink and purple. And so I'm gonna spin these up and then ply them together. It's gonna be so pretty. Okay, and then this is, she's calling it her Rainbow Cog Fiber. And it's 89% non-superwash Shaniko wool, 6% acrylic, and 5% rayon, 20.4 microns, approximately 4 ounces per braid. And so I think the acrylic and rayon is, you know, all this little colorful little neps and sparkly stuff in here. Well, it's not sparkly, but it's all the colorful stuff. So I'm really excited. This one specifically is gorgeous. This X's and O's. How do I get this off? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. That's really pretty. That is really pretty. Okay, yeah. Oh, I broke the label. That's okay. I can tape it back together. Whoopsie. Okay, and then these are the other 2 that I bought. Very similar to Purpley Pink. I think Sam said these were all like trial colorways for like the same color, but they all had like different saturations, and I was like, yeah, I see it and I love them all. So this one is like a lighter pink and this one is a dark pink. And so I saw these and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna spin these up and apply these together as well. This will be really fun, right? So just a light and a dark pinky purple. So pretty. So I've got some more fiber to spin. My fiber shelf. It's getting full. I'm sorry, not sorry, but I'm proud of myself. I know I said this last week. I'm proud of myself for like getting back into it and working through it. And I'm having so much fun. spinning, and it's going really well. So I'm gonna get through this. This specifically is going to be my next one. So like I've been thinking about it ever since I bought it, and now it's here. So it just makes me want to ply what's on my wheel faster, like get it done so that I can start working on this. So, all right, that's the spinning update. Okay, while I've got you here, let me just show you quickly the update to my journal. Okay, I wrote out some of my yarn purchases and plans. I haven't bought too much this year, but I did buy some yarn yesterday, so I've got to add that in here. My 2025 closet, my finished objects, my Palm Springs tank on the garment side, and my Sweet Shop blanket on the home and accessory side. You've seen my bingo page, that's not new. I decided to make a make 9. So maybe we'll talk more through this in depth. Maybe I'll do a separate short, probably like 20-minute video on my make 9. It's really actually like a make 6 plus 3 designs. But I just decided I needed to do this. One of them is my Midland cardigan, so it's actually almost done. One of them's my Taylor Swift blanket. We've known that project is in the works. One of them is another Alchemy pullover, and the other 3, actually 2 of the other ones I've talked about a lot, and then one of them is a newer petite knit pattern that I saw recently, and I was like, stripes? I want to knit that immediately. So and that's it. That's really the main updates that I felt like I needed to add those in so that people could really see how to use those pages. So that's the journal update. And then the last thing for the show and tell, I guess, I do want to show you some of the yarn that I got at the Knitting Lounge this weekend, and some other things, but I got this cute little bag. Corinne gifted this bag to me, which was really sweet, and Lori, who works at the Knitting Lounge, knit this for me on Saturday night. So I was there Saturday and Sunday. Saturday evening, she knit 2 of these, one for me and one for Katie from Fiction Fiber. It's a little like cup holder, so we got like coffee, like iced coffees and stuff, and she had these on our little iced coffees the next day. Isn't it so cute? She used the Rhinebeck doodle deck for the little llamas, and that was just, it was so sweet. She handed this to me and she's like, for you. And I was like, wait, this is for me to keep? And she was like, yes. And I was like, oh, it's so sweet. I love it so much. It's so cute. Okay, and then I got 3 fun stickers I'm really excited to put in my journal. This one says, greetings from Yarnifornia, the Golden State, California, Yarnifornia, with our little bear, and it says knit and crochet, and it's got poppies on it. This one says, leave me alone with my crafts. I love that. And this one says, craft queen. Very cute. Okay. I was also gifted a cozy. This is the Knitting Lounge logo. Isn't it so cute? Their little knitting llama. Well, a lot of us were telling Corinne she needs stickers with this logo because they're amazing. And then, okay, I got 2 like sweater quantities of yarn. The first one is this. Isn't this gorgeous? So I got 2 skeins of this. It's a lace weight, and my plan is to hold them together. So like hold it double for a fingering weight tank top. Probably like something drapey. It's a lace. It's a, sorry, it's called Gleam Lace. It's 55% superwash Blueface Luster and 45% silk. So yeah, silky BFL. It's gonna be really drapey. So something drapey. The colorway is Crocus, and this is from Fiber Spates Yarn, which I think Corinne was saying Fiber Spates is in Van Nuys. So if you're like an LA girl, I think they're out of Van Nuys. I think they're just like a yarn maker. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I could be lying. I was just overhearing things. Okay, anyways, I got 2 of these, and then I was like looking at this all weekend, and then I had to buy it. So I got 7 balls of this Pasquale Soul, which is a 90% Pima cotton, 10% cashmere wool in this like agave sage green color. And I got 7 balls of this. Did I say I got 7? So my my thought is to make like a t-shirt in this. It's also fingering weight, but it's just so soft. I wish you could feel this, like cotton cashmere. It's so soft, and I think this will just be really, really nice to wear in the spring and summer. So maybe this will be one of my Alchemy t-shirts, maybe. We'll see. But so that's the little yarns that I picked up. I know it's like the same color as my Phlox shirt. This is one of my soft summer colors, so love it. Okay, I think that's everything I have to talk to you about. So if there's any more in this vlog, it'll really just be finishing my sleeve on my Midland cardigan. So we'll see what else comes up later today. But I needed to talk to you this morning. So thank you for being here and listening to the chat. And if I talk to you more, I'll see you then. I'll have to close out the vlog at some point. So I will see you. Okay. I'm just rambling at this point. Okay. Talk to you later. What? He's giving me side eye. Hi, hello, it's Tuesday. I didn't close the vlog out yesterday. I didn't edit it and I didn't upload it in time for today's normal release schedule. So I'm here to close out the vlog. I'm also not going to edit it today because it's currently 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I have more meetings and I have a knit night tonight, so I have no time. So I don't know when this is going to go live. Maybe Thursday now at this point. But I wanted to tell you that I finished the second sleeve on my Midland cardigan. Round of applause for me. And I also wanted to tell you about the book series that I'm reading, because I haven't had a chance to talk about it with anyone yet, because I don't know anyone who has read this book series yet. And so maybe I will find some people. Anyways, I'm reading the Kindred's Curse saga by Penn Cole. The first book is Spark of the Everflame, and the second book is Glow of the Everflame, and the third book is Heat of the Everflame, I think. I'm currently about 60%-ish of the way through the second book, and I'm obsessed. Like, literally all I want to be doing is reading this book and knitting. I like to read on my iPad and knit at the same time. And I wish that's like all I could be doing instead of working. So that tells you a lot. It's a fantasy. There's some romance in it, but not a ton, at least so far. More fantasy, and yeah, there's magic. And a badass female main character. And I don't want to like spoil anything, so I can't really say too much more, but it's really good. And I can like, I can definitely see where the series is going. And I feel like it's kind of predictable where the end is going to be, but I'm loving it. And I'm really excited to be on the journey to get there. So if you've read the Kindred's Curse saga, or if you want, you know, another fantasy series, if you've loved the Empyrean Fourth Wing, or, you know, any of the Sarah J. Maas books, you might like this one. So just wanted to throw that out there. Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know if you liked this random podcast / vlog format with, you know, just informal mess of me and some extra chat. If so, maybe I'll do this kind of format again, because it was really easy to film and less like stressful compared to like a regular sit down podcast, and I had fun with it, and I hope you did too. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I already said that. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.